Hey, how's it going, everybody? We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Pojď dál. Víš, že v Radotíně je spousta míst, kde můžeš sportovat? Stačí si vybrat. Badminton nebo plavání. Basket. Atletika. Beach volejbal. Gymnastika. Lacrosse. Akvatlon. Cyklistika. Plážový fotbal. Volejbal. Horolezení. Kuželky. Softball nebo tenis. Já už jsem si vybral. A co ty?
Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2025 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial, the 30th edition of this wonderful tournament. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Jane Lee Whitehead.
Correct.
That's my first time, Jane Lee Whitehead.
Thank you, Stamper.
Hey, it's great to have you on board.
Thank you.
And Albie's been on doing some games as well.
Yeah, he has. He's starting a new career apparently, but no, I had a few this morning, and hope that if you were listening to him, that he did a good job. But
he sounded good when I heard him. I've been one of the reasons you guys are doing them is because I'm running around doing other things as well. But
yeah,
it's been a great tournament. You just got your wire
just
on your mic there, and we're off. The Moon Bears. Kareem Road takes the first possession, and will pass it off. Immediately going to the offense are the Moon Bears. Interesting club because they've kind of gradually come together. Started as the non-affiliated athletes from everywhere, or NOF. Here's Dan Lydon, who has probably some of the most spectacular goals of the tournament. Go check out the Moon Bears, or check out Dan Lydon, Leyden, on Instagram, as he lets that one rip just around the time of the 30 expiring. There's one in particular. He's getting knocked down and shovels it backwards away. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely a player to watch here. Not unfamiliar on the scoreboard, so I think he's already got 6 goals in this tournament coming into this game. So let's see what he has for this game, the 11th place game in this tournament.
That pass through doesn't quite connect with Guy, but the Knights will get it back, and they're going to call They get a reset. Did that actually touch JP for goal? Oh, I see.
I don't think so, but
the
yeah,
Moon Bears
not.
got it. Okay. Running the floor, Cam Morin will hand it off. Oh, he won't. I think Graham Ross, I don't think was prepared to take that pass. So he's going to backpedal into the defensive zone, and the Knights will take possession.
A very warm day here. We've had 2 days of solid rain, so there might be patches of the floor that is a little bit slippery, but so far, good bounces are working.
Especially down into our left, with the end that the players are in now, sort of in the corners, because there's more shadow, especially that corner with the Agentum Alpha sign that we're looking right at. That corner has the most shade.
Yeah, in the morning,
it's the slowest to dry. Knotek, the younger brother, this is Maciej Knotek, the younger brother of Tomas Knotek. Oh, what a rip from the top. That's Raymond, and he just blasts that. Nate Raymond. We're worried about the Knoteks, and Raymond is making himself the center of attention right there.
Yeah, of course, Nate Raymond coming into this game also with 6 goals, so you will see the ball in his stick a lot, and with him taking a lot of shots, so keep an eye on him. A very strong, athletic, tall attacker here for the Moon Bears. So taking us early into a 1-goal lead for Moon Bears with 2.5 minutes in this game.
Yeah, there's a 3-way tie. There was a 3-way tie for the goal-scoring lead on the Moon Bears. Leiden, Knotek, and Raymond, the 3 guys we've been talking about, each coming in with 6. So that is a battle amongst them, and Raymond pulls ahead.
Sam, at least we've got our personal right, so...
That's right. Kareem Road running around the back of the net, makes a pass, doesn't get there, and it looks like it's going to be Alsop taking off. Sorry, Alhage. Louis Alhage. I didn't think the Alsops were here. On the floor. There's Alhage. Kept thinking about trying to drive to the net. Steps back. Lyndon Bunio hands it off. Nicely picked up there by one of the Moon Bears. We need to check who 25 is because he's not actually on the roster that we've got. So we're going to double check him on the game sheet. You can check the game sheet. You can check the stats, standings, scores, schedule, everything for the tournament at ahmemorial.cz as the Bears run the floor. There's a pass, and the shot will come and scores in transition. Austin Wolf. That's a nice one on the run for the Moon Bears.
And London Knights defense just stepping up quite high there and not getting their defenseman out of the bench quickly enough. And that goal past the starting goalie today for London Knights and Charlie Albury.
Albury. I would say Albury, but
Albury.
you know,
Albury.
you're the
I'm
English
pretty
for
sure
Albury. Albury. No, you're English
Albury.
and you know it. You know Charlie better than I do, so I didn't mean it like, no, you're wrong. I meant, I'm learning that.
You know what? Apparently
Charlie
I can
Albury.
be very wrong in names I've been calling for years, so
Okay.
don't take my word for it. But here we go, up with the Knights
I
again.
like it anyway. Charlie Albury. Bunio with a hard rip that may have gotten JP for goal. It's certainly off the crossbar. Rings back out. Bunio circling, goes back door to Zach Christensen. He's going to take his time. They've still got 20 on the shot clock. Lots to work with. Hard rip from Preston from the outside. We're going to see a lot of him up front as not all of the Knights are available for this final game of them in the tournament. Here's Will Walker. See, it's messing me up because Will Walker wore 44 for the one game. The first day with the London Knights jerseys were not here yet, so we had to adjust. I kind of got used to some of those numbers. Big scrum along the boards. And the Knights will come away with it. Bunio, one-hand rip. He paid the price, getting absolutely flattened by Nick Aegis, who has done that to many a player. And here comes a break the other way. On the run is Braden Sempt. Sempt's going to pass it to the cutter. Oh, nice save. Charlie Albury.
And London Knights again, slow to get their people out. They're going to have to do a better job here, especially when they're still only on short bench. But up ahead, pass to Whitehead.
Albie Whitehead will backpedal away from the defender. He's going to lob it across to the far side to make sure they get out of trouble. Now they come to Guy on the near side. Whitehead heads to the bench. Last attacker coming out to join with about a dozen seconds left on the shot clock. That took a funny bounce off one of the boards at the back. And now the shot clock should be down. It's not going to matter now. But it kept running. And it will be scooped up here by the Knights. And that actually should be a shot clock violation, because I think that it was accidentally reset because it was getting down, right? And then all of a sudden it was reset. It went nowhere near JP for goal or his goal. Either way, we're going. They've got 8 left to shoot now. The hard sidearm rip from Preston. Comes into the game with 5 goals and 3 assists. He's played a great game all over the floor for London in this tournament.
Has. A great addition this year. Nick Preston, the first appearance for London Knights at this tournament, or any tournament, in fact.
Bobby Carey with the ball. Gonna say he stepped in the crease and then played it, so it will go back the other way. London trailing 2-0, and gonna try and come up into the offensive zone and get something rolling. They've had some chances. Not really getting many on net, though. Alhage gets bumped solidly. Alhage going in. Penalty coming to late for Gola with the save. Senft will grab it, and it's going to be a slashing call, which will send the Knights to the power play.
Yeah, they're just trying to find the right person to put into the penalty box, and here they come. So we'll see our first power play of the game today. Moonbears leading 2-0. So let's see if London Knights can convert off this power play.
They're playing for 11th place here. The Moonbears got to this game, beating the Minneapolis Wheat Kings 5-3, then losing to Malashitsa 6-4. Then they beat Wroclaw 9-5 and Rezdogs 9-3 in a very impressive game there. Then they got mauled by the Frog Pond Maulers 10-3. They do kill the first part of this penalty. We're going to get to how London got here shortly, but here's the nice pass ahead. Leiden with the catch. I'm telling you, this guy's the big guy's hands are getting better and better as he goes. Now he's protecting the ball as they try to kill the 37 seconds left on this penalty.
Just uses his body so well to protect that ball. And just smart play. And just so composed and comfortable, and with that twister as well. He does manage to get that shot off, not quite on target.
No, but absolutely feeling it.
Yeah.
Showing a little more underwear than we necessarily want to see. But Dan Leiden is feeling that he's got those shots. 12, 11, 10 left on the power play. Bunio. Alhage along the far side. We come to Guy. He's going to let it rip. That's off the... Yeah, that's the face. I was going to say, was that the face or the shoulder? But given the shake by JP Fergola to get the bucket resettled,
yeah,
it would be on the face. Bunio with the sidearm swipe shot, but it's blocked.
London Knights just managed to get their players on the floor. So this will be a slow break. Raymond up the top with the ball, and he will control the pace here.
Big shot coming. No, Konotek pulls it down now, shoots. Nice save. Albury.
He sold you there.
He did.
He sold you as well as the defenseman.
Were you in on it? Did you believe?
Almost. Hard
shot by Tom Roach, the captain for London. Also, is he not the captain for England as well?
Yes.
Yes.
He is.
Will Walker waiting for the pass from Alhage. It's not going to come at the moment. Oh, they almost got it through to Walker. He couldn't quite catch it. Krummenhoek couldn't get that pass. I'm not sure it was intended for him anyway. Alhage passes out, and the ball just not connecting for London on this possession. But Bunio gets it, stays onside, tries to fling it down. Big collision out front.
That would have been lovely and almost there finding Nick Preston's stick, but...
Good idea. And after such a great job of Lyndon Bunio, the awareness, his spatial awareness, to stay onside while never taking his eyes off what was ahead.
Right. Very experienced player, as we know.
Here's a feed through. Oh, yeah, Raymond's going to actually take the shot. Albury with the save. Put back attempt. They're going to say crease violation on Johnny Diplock.
Diplock also a few goals and assists in this tournament so far. Just showing that he can react quickly and score as well. But there was a goal.
I was still busy looking for someone.
Me
Sorry,
too.
Jane.
That's
Lost
okay.
track of it.
I think I might have missed a goal here from Albie Whitehead.
No, that's 10, isn't it? Is there a 10? Is that Albie? It's so hard to see. It's a nice goal, whoever it is.
5-hole and straight in.
It is Albie Whitehead. Any relation? Jane Lee Whitehead?
I'll tell you if you ask me later.
Okay.
That is my husband.
One of the most delightful couples in English lacrosse, one would say, I would say.
There are a few of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Running forward is Cam Moran. He's going to go
wide
all the way
open.
coast to coast. Did that touch it, missed the net. It's a nice run, just not quite with the execution at the end. Alhage, all on his own. He's going to duck underneath. Draws a penalty. May draw another penalty. with the bulldogging to the ground. Nate Glazer standing there waiting. They score at the other end. There's no way the Hummies that doesn't count. Kareem Rhodes is like, come on. But the delayed penalty was enforced well before that.
So I'm not sure why they didn't blow the whistle straight away when Moonbears picked up that ball. It was Lewis Olhage on his back who was trying to talk to the referee.
It's a beautiful goal.
Hello.
Great goal by Kareem Rhodes. I would say human error in that circumstance. We all make them. We all make mistakes, but for sure, it should have been called earlier.
Yeah, maybe just a slight glitch there, but it is the 4th day here.
Yeah. Glazer definitely a holding call. Well deserved. I like the restraint as he stood waiting to cross-check Olhage until he got up.
Yeah.
We've seen players not wait and add some extras. Here come the Knights trying to tie things up. We've got 3.5 to go in the first of 2 15-minute running time halves. Hard rip by Walker, but JP Fergola all over it. JP's lovely wife, Katie, is here along with their child. They always come a couple days early and get and see somewhere else in Europe before the tournament. Very cool approach. Dan Lydon once again going to the penalty kill, and I think Albie Whitehead is saying, "You go ahead and hang on to that.
Yeah.
As long as you don't try and go to the net, we're all good here." Now he's trying to go to the net. Whitehead steps up the D, getting some help from Christensen. Oh my goodness, almost in. I think the ball actually may have gone across the line, but Dan Lydon had landed in the crease by then and may not be leaving it today. No, he does get up. You can't keep him down.
No, I don't know if it's just because it's the 4th day and everyone's a little bit tired, taking their time, getting up from the floor.
6th game for both of these teams. That shot's blocked out front. The Knights will get it back. No, it's still loose. Oh, nice tap. Who made that play? That was Bunio, no surprise, as he just swatted it out of that crowd, knowing the teammate there. Drive to the net, saved by Fergola. Battle in front, it's going to be a fresh 30 as Bunio gets there again. My goodness, he is a good player.
It's just everywhere. Worked super hard, and Will Walker with a nice rip too. Almost, but just finding the leg pads.
Yeah. JP Fergola having a solid tournament. The guys have been telling me how well he's been playing. He's really playing well today. Here's Morin. I'm not actually sure if it's Morin or Morin, but I know some guys with both names. Being from Canada, I tend to go with Morin. Here's Knotek. Oh, he is bigger than his brother too, eh? Oh, nice pick-off. Tom Roach. Someone told me that Thomas says that his brother's a better shooter. I was like, I don't know, man. Thomas is a pretty good shooter. Thomas playing for the Czech team and for Custodes.
Just to be clear, we're talking about Thomas Knotek, not Thomas Roach, who just had the ball.
Yes.
And we just talked about.
I thought that was fairly clear.
I was like, what?
Nick Preston spinning. Gets underneath. Nice recovery defense there by Sempt. And they're going to say crease violation. Bunio is wondering what the call is. He's saying, is it our ball? Nope. Okay, you can have it.
I did think that Preston did miss the crease line until he managed to, get that ball out of his stick, but never mind. We'll trust the referees, as always.
They're right down.
Well,
that didn't sound entirely sincere.
No, I wasn't being sarcastic.
Okay. It didn't sound entirely sincere. I think the refs do a great job. Yeah. We don't always agree with them.
Yeah.
But it's a hard job. I'll tell you, I reffed the Ants game once, and it's tough. Bunio, hard shot for Golan, another save. That is going to maintain this 2-1 Moon Bears lead heading into the final 30 seconds of the first half. Great pass, too, but nice defense. Who was that 22 for? Who's 22?
Kyle McQueen. Don't know why. Kyle McQueen.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't seem to have. That's not on there.
Come on, Kyle. Driving to the net. Olhage trying to get it evened up. And Fergola defending his crease.
We've seen London Knights get quite close.
Preston's got it. 6 seconds to go. They're going to push it down. Bunio gets it. Oh, what a move. Ducks underneath, scores. That is a great finish. Absolutely selling the fake. Late gets Ryan Conwell moving and goes around him. What a beautiful play.
And Bunio is so good coming across that crease. It's just so shifty, and once the ball's in that stick and he's clear on his path to goal, he usually gets it back of the net, and that's all he will need to try and get himself up going for the second half of the game.
And he sells that shot to the far side, pulls it back 5-hole. That's just perfect placement. Remember, all the games are available. We are going placements. This is for 11th place. Next game up will be the 9th place game. We're going all the way to the championship game tonight at 8 o'clock. That will be 3 12-minute stop time periods. That is the Nova Scotia Privateers and the Victoria Leprechauns. Should be a fantastic game. The Privateers going for the three-peat at 7:10 Czech time. Alberta Lacrosse and Purple Rain playing for third. The 5th place game. This is one to keep an eye on as well. At 6:20 Czech time. Tel Aviv and LC Custodes in a rematch of their round robin game. It was a 10-9 shootout win for Tel Aviv after they came back 3 goals in the last 69 seconds to tie that game up.
And of course, they both had a game already this morning, so I think they'll just be resting up, getting ready for that game. But, you know, the final is the one that I'm also excited for. I just wanted to talk about how London Knights got here, being in that pool, that terrible pool of both Victoria. Well, not terrible pool, but they did win the group, one game in their group, the gold group, and, of course, lost to the Nova Scotia Privateers 4-2. But then their playing game was against Victoria Leprechauns, their first appearance here, and who have climbed up all the way into that spot at the championship. So
might be the first silver group team to get to the championship. I was asking Andre Micah, the organizer, about that. He said he felt like Ganawage, I forget what their team name was, but Ganawage back in around 2016 might have done the same. But the gold-silver has only really existed for a certain while.
Right.
I don't think, because it used to be that the groups were set by, the seeds were top 8, there'd be a group would have 1 from the top 8, 1 from the middle 8, 1 from the bottom 8. And then they went to the gold silver to make the earlier games more competitive. It's been a great change because the first day games are so much better now.
Right.
There's a great look, Dan Lydon. My goodness. Oh no, that's Johnny Diplock, sorry. Still a great goal, and Diplock is fired up. That's a beautiful play.
And that's a nice assist from Graham Ross, number 2, in that green helmet of Moonbears, just finding Diplock, cutting through to the middle, and that's a great finish for the Moonbears. And I'm sure they wanted to score first in that second half, taking them up to a 1-goal game. But plenty of time left.
It's a great response to the late goal from Lyndon Bunio. So many times a goal late in the half will carry over momentum, especially when you only have a 2-minute halftime break.
Right.
It's easy for it to continue on. Here's Bobby Carey, sorry. Hands it off. Raymond scored the first goal and just bumps his man down. It's a pretty nifty roll up by Harris. It'll still be Moonbears' ball, but they're going to run out of time, and Knights will come the other way, try and tie things back up. Bunio was back for a defensive shift and now brings the ball into the front zone. Down into the corner, the lob, and the quick, hard release from Walker, but Fergola swallows it up and looks up the floor. Nothing was there on the breakout. Here's Markunis. Bob Markunis hands it off, and Diplock. Oh, sorry, this is Andy Allmiller. Allmiller gets a pick from Diplock and hands it off to him now. The pass doesn't quite get back there. Derek Fongemi trying to get the feed across. They've got 1 to shoot, so Diplock will just rip it. It got through, and it was a reset. It got there in time, but the Moonbears had vacated for the change. Now London pushing the pace. Back and forth, Bunio now cutting through the middle. Solid D running into Cam Moran. Drive to the net. That's going to be a crease violation.
Yeah.
And a big hit.
So that guy did get that release, but it was too late in time and also into the crease. Bunio managed to draw 3 defenders on him, which is what left that guy free, but not a goal for them here, and back with the Moonbears.
And Chris Shevins followed it up with a big hit as it was coming into the crease. Forecheck pressure after the ball snagged there.
So that door should not have been open. But
you got to get the door shut when somebody's coming nearby.
Do you think that they were in the middle of getting someone off there?
You just have to be careful.
Yeah.
Another save by Fergola.
Just a couple of low angle options here for London Knights. Let's see if they can come through to the center a little bit more.
I'm not sure I've ever seen, I mean, I haven't seen a ton of that guy playing. I'm pretty sure I've never seen him so much feeling like he's ready for his shot.
Right. He's there in the middle a lot.
Yeah.
Just see if he can take a few more shots.
He looks ready.
Yeah.
He's loading up, driving in, shovel pass across to Bunio. He's going to work his way out. Tried to make that tight little pass. Those are tricky ones when you're that close. Couldn't quite connect with Christensen.
And there's a delay penalty coming here. So that got pushed into the balls there.
London will pick up the ball.
Yeah, no one will pick up the ball.
Yeah. Now it'll be called. Boarding call, so London, a minute on the man advantage to try and even this up.
So Zach guy is slow to get up, but good to see him on his feet. Well, it will be a boarding call.
They're playing this one song fairly frequently. It kind of cycles through, and I'm trying to figure out what it is because it sounds like Tragically Hip to me, and that would be awesome. By the way, if the Tragically Hip were playing at the Hřebeský, the best band ever, playing at the this awesome tournament.
I thought you were the DJ too here.
No. I had people coming and requesting songs when I had to go down and call some games from down below the tower. I literally had people coming up and asking for songs. I'm like, I actually did get them hooked up, but I shouldn't say that because now people are going to keep doing it. Hopefully I'll stay up in the tower tonight. We got some feistiness developing. Shevins will just shake his head, throw the hands up. He's very innocent. He's actually pretty sure he was a part of that entire development. But it will be Rob Harris going to the box. We're going to have and the Moon Bears penalty will pretty much expire by the time play is blown in. 5 seconds left, and then it'll be a 55-second advantage for the Moon Bears. Now they should have actually gotten their 5th attacker out, but they pulled the goalie for that, and then when the guy comes out of the box, he can go. Then you've got your full offensive set. They didn't get to that point in their thought process. Here comes Alhage. Oh, just behind Albie Whitehead, who's a little too fast for him.
Ball coming back.
Senft going to hand it off to Diplock.
And they will have a full shot clock at least for this power play.
Leiden in the middle, wreaking some havoc.
And he is good in the middle.
Oh, they go to Diplock. I thought Leiden was actually open.
Right.
And they just missed the pass. Bobby Carey trying to go to the second cutter.
Surprised they left Leiden so open in the middle, but here we go. Lewis Alhage.
Bunio backpedaling. Watched closely there by Wolf. Bunio swims through. That's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
Just as we get back even strength, it's going to be a dunk, isn't it? It is a goal. That's always fun when the delayed penalty turns into a goal as the second hand flies up. What a play by Lyndon Bunio.
And Bunio, if they've done their scouting report, you know that he loves a dunk. We've seen it many times before, and he can be dangerous at that X spot. So, and there's just quick reaction from him, just spotting some free net, and off he goes.
JP Fergola trying to get up, arms up to the crossbar, but actually it looked like this ball may have even gone underneath the arm. It's quite a dunk by Bunio. We're all tied up 3-3 as we approach the second half of the second half. Coming towards the final 7.5 minutes. Scooped up there by Cromenhoek. Is it Cromenhoek or Hook?
Cromenhoek.
Hook. That's what I thought. It's better with the accent anyway, so I should just let you say it. Say it again.
Cromenhoek? I'm not sure if that's right, but I think that's right. That's what they say, I think.
Put a little close to your face. Now, if it's too close, we'll pull it back out.
Okay.
I may have hit you with it, right?
Okay. No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. Here comes
Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond with the shot. That's wide. It's going to get up into the stands.
Yeah, that was not tipped. That was off target, so that will go with the London Knights.
Tom Roach, quick outlet pass to Harris. Christensen was there to take the pass, but it's not needed. Well, maybe it was. There's some pressure coming up from Conwell. Conwell all the way up to center to get that pressure on. Brian Conwell puts this club together. He's on the back of his jersey, his name is Captain Bear. It's a pretty good shot. I like that take, even with Matthias Knotek down in the corner. That's a good look. Now comes to Diplock, and that's going to be illegal substitution. And I think Nick Aegis may have hurt himself a bit trying to race off to the bench when he realized they had 6 guys on the floor. It wasn't a close substitution issue, as they had 5 up in one end of the floor and 1 down in the other, plus the goalie. So they'll send the in-home off to the penalty box, and that gives a great chance for the London Knights on the power play. Guy at the top as they go strong right. Comes over to Bunio. It opens up. He shoots. Fergola stops that one. I've seen a handful of times this week where that just opens up so much. Lydon all alone. Oh, what a goal! Protects the ball perfectly. Shoots. London is arguing goalie interference, but he was rammed into the goaltender. That is a gorgeous play by Dan Lydon.
The referee hasn't called it yet.
That's a goal. You have to call that a goal. Let's watch this again.
Oh, wow. Lydon's not going to be happy with that.
You know what?
And
even
instead,
if it's goalie interference, it should be a goal first.
Yep.
This is misinterpreted.
And he's coming into the box. Let's watch the replay here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his momentum. Yeah.
I mean, you have to avoid the goalie, but even if it's going to be goalie interference, if the goal goes in first before the contact, that's a goal.
Exactly, yeah.
So it should be a goal. And then you can give him the penalty if you want.
Yes, and then you can,
So I don't care for that. 17 seconds after 5 on 3. That shot's tipped aside. Bunio. They've got Alhage back as the safety valve at the back. Out near center. Flip it across down low. That's a low pass. And rolls onto the back of that. JP Fergola just steps on that ball to protect it. Miller comes out of the box. Niles Miller is up the floor, the first player out of the penalty box. 30 left to kill for the Moon Bears. And for the record, I'm not just saying that goal should have counted because Dan Lydon is possibly the nicest person on the planet.
Oh.
He actually, that
helps, though. It helps.
It doesn't, I mean, it never hurts when you have people that, I mean, every person likes you.
Yeah.
Don't tell him I said that, though.
Okay.
It's going to be London Knights ball. 4.5 minutes to go here.
And Lydon's now out of the box.
And he'll get possession. It's going to be actually Moon Bears possession. Up to Raymond. Lydon to the middle. Diplock off to the side. Angles being taken away nicely by the Knights. Moon Bears need to get moving a bit. Raymond drives through, puts the shoulder in, off the crossbar. Lydon is on the floor, he pops back up. Here's an outlet pass. Whitehead, nobody with him, rips it wide. That's going to get out of play. Caught by Kevin Powers, I believe it is, sitting in the stands. He's sitting with a bunch of Purple Rain players and wearing some Sweden gear.
Yep,
Fairly sure that's him.
Ready for that game later.
Well, that's Sokolovsky, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They will be playing in a while in the bronze medal game, the 3rd place game. Obviously, the disappointment for them and Alberta being in that 3rd place game. But and a shot by Andy Allmiller. Steps around a defender, bounces one home, finds a spot past Albury.
Allmiller pumped up and going back to take the draw for Moon Bears, and that takes Moon Bears up again by 1 goal. 4-3 and just 3 minutes left. London Knights trailing throughout this game, I believe.
Remember, next up will be the 9th place game, which is the Turku Titans and Frog Pond Mullers, I believe. Are you doing that one?
I can do that one.
You can do that one. I've got to go and I've got some stuff to take care of. Roach with the shot.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised to find him up there on his own in the offensive end.
London Knights running a bit of a short bench today.
Yes.
So pitting in shifts everywhere for everyone.
25 for the Moon Bears. He who shall not be named.
Can you read the... Oh, it just says Moon Bears.
It just says Moon Bears. Yeah. Diplock looking to go underneath. Nice strip by Alhage on the trail check. And that Diplock saw a presence and knew that he was going, and Alhage was set on his feet. It was a great recovery. Because Alhage was beaten and just came back. You'd love to see that effort. Now they're isolating for Bunio, and you got to come and help on him. Off the post, into Fergola. And I know they're all locking off their guys. Leave somebody on the far side and come to help on Lyndon Bunio.
Right. You know what he's doing. And, you know, and that was close. It hit the post.
Yeah. You can see, I mean, if we're saying beforehand they're isolating, he's going to go to the net.
Yeah.
They should know that too. Knights get the ball. Nice little shovel pass out by Bunio. Alej will fling it down deep. Stays out, but they're going to wait for the rest of the offense to come forward, including Bunio. As we're under 2 minutes, we're into the stop time period. You had the stop clock period earlier. I like that.
Stop clock, yeah.
Stop clock. I like that.
You're going to do it with the accent?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, I thought that was a bit of a push, but not called.
Solid defense by Markunas. Maybe a touch overzealous. He and Bunio having a chat. Oh, the slip. Oh, what a save, JP Fergola. Great two-man game by Bunio and Preston. Again, though, somebody go with Bunio.
Yeah.
Like, don't jump off Bunio.
Oh, and again.
Oh, another save by Albury. What a stop on Diplock. My goodness, the goaltending has been sharp. That's why it's 4-3. The outlet pass, another save by Fergola. And a bit of a late hit by Shevins.
Yeah. Fun bounce pass there, almost making that, but not.
Timeout, Moon Bears. So with 47 seconds to go, they lead 4-3. And, I mean, they don't need a goal.
Nope.
But they'd love to eat some time here, obviously.
Yep. And 40 seconds, of course, is still enough time for London Knights to have some possession. So let's see what their plan is. And London Knights, you know, they will be tired off a short bench, but they definitely, you know, they're all in shape. They can push out if they need to. But, you know, the Leiden, Raymond, Diblock, they all can handle the ball under pressure. So this will be an interesting one. Let's see what happens here.
Start with the ball up front. Austin Wolf with possession. I think Wolf normally down in the DM, but they're looking at guys with quickness to run around, kill as much time as possible. Pretty good job, but he's lost the ball, trying to get it back. I don't think that Zach Christensen realized the ball was out right away. So now it's an odd one where the offensive team is mucking to try and kill time. Diplock shoots. A reset would basically seal it. But they get it. Nick Preston grabs his timeout in London with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, of course, I'm sure they told the referee as soon as we have the ball in our stick, please blow that whistle. And that is what's happened. There's 24 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, and that's a good strategy. It's interesting because I remember a game the other day where a team in a similar situation waited till they got the ball and started yelling timeout. And we're like, tell them before.
No, yeah, you lose a few seconds doing that, and sometimes more than that.
Yeah.
So might as well tell them in advance.
So Charlie Albury has gone to the bench for the extra attacker. Preston's going to start with it. He's ready to roll. Bunio, of course, is out there. Who's the other lefty?
Lewis Olej is just going to fill.
He's going across. Yeah, so they do have four righties.
Yeah.
Preston to Bunio. Shot saved by Fergola. 12 seconds. Can't take a timeout. He's out of the crease. Waiting, now he's going to fling it high and far. Holy cow, almost caught by Bunio around the Moon Bear. 3 seconds. Caught the other way, and that play by Lyndon Bunio to catch the ball on a long pass, reaching around the, and I was thinking it's luck, but no, he got it, pulled it, he did that on purpose.
He did, he definitely did, but unfortunately not quite enough for the London Knights.
Wow.
And
that is mind-boggling to make that play.
And here, I think they just want to check the score because they have taken the scoreboard down already, but I do believe that was a 4-3 win to the Moon Bears, clinching that 11th place spot. That is an improvement for the last 2 years for the Moon Bears, I believe. So that'll be great for them, and if the brackets and stuff stays in the same way, that will put them into the gold bracket. Am I right? Because there's 3 groups of 4.
Yes, so 12 teams.
I think it's 12 teams.
No, it's four
groups of 3. So if they're 11, so they will be going into the gold groups. That's what's interesting. And London Knights just staying into that gold group. Probably not where they wanted to finish this year, but they did the best that they can do.
They have been climbing.
Yes,
so
they had.
a little slip
They
back
had.
is going to be a tough one to take, but yeah, good for them. And I want to say thank you again, Jane Lee Whitehead, for being here. You're jumping in, covering a bunch of games, and I've noticed. I mean, you started doing games. Was it just last year you started hopping in with me for games?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, when I could climb up the stairs.
That's
or the
right,
ladder.
before
I think it was still the ladder at this point.
Before the foot injury. It was a foot Achilles. It was Achilles.
It was Achilles,
Yeah.
so I just stayed on ground level for last year.
About.
But yeah, thanks for having me 2 years ago, and then started this. Jumped in a few at Utica, of course, in September.
Yeah,
And
so much more comfortable, and you were saying every game you just get more comfortable, more into the flow. As long as I leave you the rosters.
yeah, I really need the rosters, please.
Everybody does.
And usually I'm okay with pronunciation, but as long as I've checked beforehand. But yeah, hopefully you've been enjoying everything this, for the last four days, everyone that's listening, and there's still many more to come.
Awesome tournament. Thank you to the organizers, to the officials. We were saying we don't always agree with the refs. They put so much into this, so much effort, so much time, and they care. And I was talking to Ed who watched. I said, I find it comical when people think refs are trying to influence a game.
Yeah.
There are times you make mistakes. Obviously, there are things you may or may not agree with, but when you get to know the refs, you just think there's no way. They care so much about trying to get it right. And reffing is super hard, by the way. Everyone should go do it because we need more refs.
I agree.
Should.
Especially
you do some
if
officiating, right?
yeah, I do, and I think like officials. If you play the game before, it does make it easier, and you do see things in a slightly different perspective to maybe those that have never actually played before. So definitely get involved. The world is short on like umpires and referees everywhere in every discipline of the game. So do get involved.
What a treat it is being back here in the little slice of heaven that they call Radotín. I'm Stephen Stamp for Jane Lee Whitehead. The next game up will be the 9th place battle between Turku Titans and the Frog Pond Maulers. Thanks so much for being with us, and we will see you shortly.
Dál. Víš, že v Radotíně je spousta míst, kde můžeš sportovat? Stačí si vybrat. Badminton nebo plavání. Basket. Atletika. Beach volejbal, gymnastika, lacrosse, akvatlon, cyklistika, plážový fotbal, volejbal, horolezení, kuželky, softball nebo tenis. Já už jsem si vybral. A co ty?